forward and to continue to improve in those areas on the defensive end and as far as player development is concerned. So, Randy, welcome back.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm thrilled to be here, and first off, obviously, to Ted and Ernie and the basketball people here, I owe them a thank you for allowing me to continue on. You know, I'm excited, you know, with what transpired towards the end of the year. Obviously, the changes that we made and the trades and the people we've added and the development of our young guys. You know, I'm really pleased to have an opportunity to continue to lead this group of guys, and really look forward to, you know, a full summer, you know, a training camp, and obviously head into next year in the direction that we all feel that this team's headed in is the right one and a good one. And, again, I owe a lot to these guys for trusting in me the chance to continue to help this team get to where we all want to get.
Next, we'll take questions. If you can just wait till the microphone gets to you, please.
Great, no question.
Hey, Ernie, obviously Randy was under contract, but you had other options if you wanted to go. What swayed you to keep Randy up on as head coach?
Well, we were very comfortable with Randy. There's a lot of familiarity. The players played very hard for him. The players improved. The players have confidence in him. He's familiar with them. And he improved the players. So it was a process. We always have our interviews at the end of the season. We took a little bit of time to think about where we are and where we're trying to go. And we were very confident with the job Randy did with our players. And most of our players spoke very highly about enjoying to playing for him.
How seriously did you consider any other candidates, and when did you essentially settle on putting back on?
Well, I think we answered that. We were comfortable with Randy. We looked at our situation and where we were and how our players responded to him, both offensively and defensively, and really from a standpoint of playing the game the right way. Randy made the players accountable, and they enjoyed it, and they enjoyed playing for him.
So he was your choice all along?
Yes. After we took our time to evaluate our situation, yes.
Randy, I want to ask you what this past 2 months has been like without having the certainty of knowing that you would be back.
You know, as I told you guys at the end of the year, you know, I'm going to conduct myself the way I normally do. I was, you know, under contract, you know, from my original contract of when we first came in here, and you know, I can't really have any control over that. So I didn't try to do anything differently. You know, we did a lot of draft preparation. We had some guys that came in, and our staff worked the guys out. So we just continued. I continued the end of season stuff that I normally would do when I was a head coach, and trying to see what direction you want to go in and what changes you want to make. I just went along like, I mean, they didn't tell, they hadn't told me I wasn't going to coach. So I just continued on as I normally would, and until, you know, that time came when they told me to hit the road. You know, I was going to continue to do what I normally would do as a head coach.
When did you finally find out that you were going to be the guy?
Today. No. Within the last couple days, we finally, you know, worked everything out that we're here today. So, you know, it's a situation, as Ernie said, you know, which it's always is a process. You know, whether you come in for an interview, the first guy or you're the sixth guy, it's a process and evaluation of what you know, an organization does, and so there was really no angst of, you know, why is it taking so long, or why, you know, looking at it that way. That's what organizations do. They evaluate the situation. You know, as I evaluate our team, what do I like, dislike about our team? What do I want to add or take away from this team? That's kind of what they do. It's a process that happens.
Now that they brought you back, what more do you want to do? What does this allow you to do that maybe you couldn't do before?
Well, it allows us to do a lot of things. You know, obviously now with a full summer, obviously our first order of business is to continue our development of our young guys, and now we can really be hands-on. And I had been up to this point, and talking with our young guys, and some of them being in here in the last week to 10 days, and going out and seeing some of the other ones. I continue to do that. And, you know, now a whole summer is going to give us an opportunity, obviously, moving forward in the development part of it. Obviously doing the things, you know, through the summer league and stuff that you always, as a coach, experiment with in terms of what you're going to like and dislike going to camp in October. So that, you know, those were things that weren't able to be done last year, obviously because of the lockout, and then obviously taking over in the middle of the season with very limited practice time. So it gives me as a coach more opportunity to get things organized the way that I'd like to get things organized.
Just to clarify, you were on an existing contract. Is this a new contract or the old contract for one more, however many more years? Just to clarify.
It's a new contract.
Okay, and the assistant coaches, is the plan to currently have the entire staff back as well at this point?
Well, I mean, they're under contract too, so, I mean, that's something we're evaluating now too. As this process has taken place between Ernie and I, you know, now we'll continue to talk and additions, subtractions, all those kind of things to my staff. You know, we'll now move forward in that direction. Ernie and I'll sit down and discuss that.
Randy, you were so singularly focused on, the schedule was so busy on each game, but was there a point where you thought, you know what, I really am connecting with this team, I would like to be back as a head coach, because again, you were so focused, but.
Well, you always, you know, I'm a coach, and you always want to be in this position. I don't, you know, if I didn't have those thoughts or desires, you know, I shouldn't be in this, you know, in this business. So I mean, you know, once we got, you know, things going, obviously the trade, you know, we can't forget the addition of our 10-day guys that came in and really helped. Cartier, Martin, Singletons, Allman, you know, those guys came in and did a nice job for us. And obviously with the Nene, you know, coming in, and Brian Cook being part of that, the atmosphere just changed. You could see as time went on from that point, even though Nene was hurt for a number of those games, you could see the transition of what, you know, we wanted to do and how we wanted to do it, and these guys buying into it. And you know, the wins and losses at the end of the year are great, and we all kind of understand that that's a part of it, and who you're playing and why you're. But the biggest part that was for me, and I've been in this game a long time as a player and as a coach, how hard and difficult it is sometimes at the end of the year when you have nothing to play for a team to come out and battle like this team did. That showed me a lot, that these guys have a lot of pride and a lot of heart, and that they were going to leave it throughout all 66 games. And that doesn't always happen. So when you see those things as a coach, those are great attributes to have in your players and in your team. And of course, then you know, the decision to me and talking to Ernie afterwards, hey, you know, I'd love to go forward and see where we can take this.
Randy, looking back, what did you feel you learned from your previous two stops that helped you to kind of
the biggest thing, you know, you can't reinvent the game, and you try, you know, everybody, you know, whether it's you in writing or whatever, have a style, and you can't do too much to change it to where you'd like it to be. That's why I said this summer is going to be, you know, really important for us to now establish those things and